welcome, and thank you for tuning in to another episode with Everyday Stuff 21, where you'll find fitness and fragrance content. In today's episode, I am going to share with you my thoughts and feelings on two of, I believe, the best products, fragrances from the house Prada, and that being Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense. But before I get started with this discussion, if this is your first time tuning into this channel and you have not yet done so, please consider subscribing, tapping the like button, and leaving a comment on this discussion. Also tap the notification bell and turning it on so you'll be alerted when new videos like this one debut. With that being said, let's get started. So these two are, in my opinion, my humble opinion, are probably the most dopest fragrances from the house Prada. And the original is the first one I'm going to discuss, which is this guy right here. And this one here is, for me, is one of my favorites. One of my favorite, probably top 5 designer fragrances as of this video that I currently own, and I just can't get enough of this stuff. I mean, now this is a very much a powdery, fresh type of fragrance, and if that's your vibe, this is something that you'll like. Now, everybody just not into this kind of stuff, so this might not work for everybody. So let's talk about the fragrance notes that you're going to find inside. So you're going to get iris, amber, patchouli, neroli, geranium, pepper, violet, and you're going to get cedar. And with all of that coming together, the star player of this composition is the iris, which you're going to get that powdery, and it's going to hit you. It's going to be sort of scratchy, a little edgy in the beginning. Then it's going to slowly smooth out probably after the first 30 minutes or so. And then you're going to feel the other flowers come into play. The neroli is going to give you those properties of that freshness. And the violet and the geranium is just going to be very supportive. And you're going to get that cedar in there as well as you get closer to the dry down. And guys, this is just absolutely wonderful. It is extremely flexible. Business, in the house, spring, summer, probably the strongest. I think it still works really well in the fall and the winter months as well. And you can go out for the evening outs. It's very flexible, and it's definitely for the youth, the young, all ages can really get down with this. It's not maybe that easy to find. Debuted, I believe, in 2016. It's just a really fine fragrance. Now let's move on to the next one, and this one is a flanker of that one in this beautiful all black silver top container. And guys, this one here was very, very tough for me to find. Actually, I didn't even find this in the US. I found it outside the US, and I said I had to have it because it was so much hype. Like every time I see it, these two are 1 and 2, or maybe 1 and 3 as it relates to that house. And man, this right here is super dope. It's definitely different. You can definitely smell the DNA of the original in here, but it definitely is a darker, deeper, more rich version. The iris is not a strong player in this, but it is there. Now this one here, it only has listed 4 notes, but I honestly feel that leather is also inside here as well. But the 4 notes that's listed, just like in the original, except for one, is the amber, the iris, patchouli, as well as tonka beans. So I find that the iris feels like a more of a supportive act in this show, where the patchouli and the tonka beans is more of a star, and the amber. Now, I really feel that leather, if it smells like leather, is in here, even though it's not listed. This one here came out 2017. It is definitely more of a fall winter scent. I believe you probably can rock it all year long if you're really digging it, but definitely an evening out. Definitely if you're wearing suited up, however it is, this is the one to call for. It's definitely that powdery sweet type of vibe. I really dig this. It's definitely an excellent alternative, and I believe, in my opinion, that the original performs very well on my skin. Definitely getting a solid 6 to 8 hours, but now the intense version definitely cranks it up. Definitely get a solid 8 hours, and it really pushes. Now, the difference with the two is like the iris and the original, I find that scent is more of a linear, but with this Prada L'Homme Intense, it definitely transitioned. The way it starts, the way it travels through the mid, the way it ends, is definitely a whole different vibe, and I really like it. Have any of you ever tried this? If so, please leave it down in the comments. I think these are excellent, worth trying. Not easy to find, but if you can find it, sample it. Sample it. I wouldn't recommend a blind buy unless you're just into powdery sweet or you're into fresh powdery. If you are into those, then maybe give it a try, but definitely sample it first. Anywho, thank you for allowing me to bend your ears and fill your eyes with substance. Please like and subscribe. Until we meet again, peace and blessings.